Shocker of all shockers, I'm still working on the truck. Right now, I am in the process of swapping out the 700R4 on the right, hanging off the transfer case, and I'm swapping a 4L80E in. So hopefully this will be significantly stronger for the turbo and my horsepower goals, and just thought I'd do a short little video since this is a fairly common swap on the Dimensions. So my 700R4 hooked up to a NP205 transfer case. In order to do this, there's a little 2-inch adapter. Actually, it's 1.75 inches long. And I think it's just hollow in the middle, and it allows these two to bolt together. And there's a coupler. So I think that came with this. And then on the 4L80E, this is an advanced adapters kit that I scored for super cheap off eBay. And interesting thing is both of the kits require you to cut, I don't know, 1 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, somewhere around there off of the tail shaft. So the one that I've been running for the past couple years, tail shaft was cut however much it says in the videos or in the kit. And this one is also trimmed. This adapter, I think, comes in 2 different flavors. One of them is for a 2-wheel drive 4L80E, which is this one. And I think there's got to be another one for a 4-wheel drive version to hook up to the NP205. And then I think they also, I'll have to check. This one is specifically out of a van, and I don't know if that was a prerequisite, but I do know that it had to be 2-wheel drive. And in order to bolt this thing on, all I did was cut a little bit off the tail shaft and remove the 2-wheel drive snout. So anyways, that was pretty doggone straightforward. Just followed the black and white instructions and got me to this point. So getting ready to bolt the 4L80E to the NP205, and just a couple of quick measurements from the bell housing to the end was 25 3/4 inch, and then this adapter is exactly 4 inches long, so it'll be 29 3/4 inch overall length. And this one was, the 700R4 was 23.5 inches from the bell housing to the beginning of the spacer, and then 25 1/4 inch to the outside edge of the spacer where it bolts to the transfer case. So as a result of that, I'm going to have to move the cross member back 4.5 inches. Gonna have to lengthen the front drive shaft again 4.5 inches. I've already lengthened this one once, going from the Turbo 350 to the 700R4. I had to lengthen it, whatever that is, about 3 inches. So I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do. I might just buy a new tube and then cut it to the correct length instead of sleeving it like I did on that one. And then the other thing that I'm gonna have to do, obviously, since I'm lengthening the front drive shaft, I'm going to have to cut 4.5 inches or so out of the rear drive shaft. So that one, there's a bunch of good videos on YouTube about grinding down the welds at the end of the tube ends. Just grinding it down on here until you can see the seam between the part that sticks in the tube. And in order to do that, I just made these 2 little super easy fixtures that I clamp to the table, and then I lay the drive shaft in here and spin it while I'm cutting it with an angle grinder. So I've done 3 or 4 of those for the Camaro, and it's pretty easy, a little bit time consuming. Just go slow so that you don't cut into the yoke itself. And then this piece that sticks in here sticks in about 1.5 inches, and if it's the right diameter tube for the yoke, then it's more or less self-centering. I've had this front drive shaft up to maybe 60 miles an hour, and it never wobbled, and I never balanced it. I even left the original weld-on weight on there. So anyways, I'm gonna order a torque converter from Circle D. Super nice guys. Called them or emailed back and forth. They were super friendly, super helpful, and got me spec'd out with the right torque converter. I just need to place the order. I think they're 2 or 3 weeks out. And then I'm also, I might put a shift kit in the 4L80E. I want to do a little bit of research on that, but I also don't want to tear the transmission completely apart because I just don't want to spend that much time. So hopefully that doesn't bite me in the butt. Anyways, that's where we are. Hopefully I'll get this transmission in the next week or so. And then a guy, ironically, with my exact same name that I bought a set of wheels from on Facebook Marketplace, lives around the corner, does a bunch of Turbo LS stuff, and gave me the name of a tuner. So hopefully I'm going to be able to borrow his HP tuner dongle and then call up his buddy and get this thing tuned for the turbo. Also thinking about flashing 2 computers with identical tunes, but have one of them for 93 octane gas, and then have a second computer tuned for E85, which basically just has, I guess I've been told, about 30% more fuel and obviously more aggressive spark or timing. And the more fuel and the more timing gets you more power. Apparently, on this specific setup, the difference between 93 octane and E85 is close to 150 horsepower at the rear tires. So might have to tune for both just for fun. And then I could unbolt one computer and bolt in another one. And when E85 is readily available, I'll have fun. And when it's not, I always know that I can get 93 octane gas. So anyways, if I run into anything interesting along the way between putting this in the truck, maybe I'll make another video. But I've been crappy at posting. I've recorded 2 or 3 videos. I just haven't posted them because life gets in the way. Wife has COVID. Toddler. Blah, blah, blah. So anyways, hopefully Scarlett will get a new transmission here in the next couple days. Thanks.